Hello guys, welcome to my second upload to Thunderstruck Gaming. Thank you to Thunder for uploading me once again, much appreciated. And in this video you're going to be watching a 52 and 8 on Nuketown, which is unheard of for me. I normally loathe this map, but this game it was pretty damn good. It's the very first time we use Spectre, and I wanted to save this gameplay for a special occasion because we have done previous gameplays on my channel with Spectre in the background. However, this was the very first time. I just pulled out the Maddox all of a sudden, and suddenly this gameplay happened and I just wrecked everyone. So hope you do enjoy. Today in this video we're going to be talking about Call of Duty Modern Warfare and whether or not it's going to go free to play, and my thoughts on how they should make it free to play. So getting into it, there is a couple of leaks from the guy Matt Harris, who has leaked credible information in the past, and there is two bits of information that have stood out to me. The first being part of Modern Warfare will have a free to play element, and that element is Spec Ops. Spec Ops is apparently returning and will be free to play. Not too sure how I feel about this. It didn't say anything about multiplayer being free to play, but the second part is that there will be some story DLC added to the campaign. Now this is really interesting information. It's something quite different that's not ever been seen in Call of Duty before, so I don't know why they would just come out and say this if there wasn't something behind it. So it is interesting because my thoughts are possibly they will have Spec Ops free to play and also multiplayer free to play, and they will have campaign also that is on the disc and ready to buy. And within the Modern Warfare campaign disc they will also have Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3, both campaigns ready on the disc, because there has been information that Modern Warfare 2 Remastered, the campaign, has been ready for a while, and there is quite a while left until the launch of Modern Warfare, so maybe that means they'll be working more on Modern Warfare 3 campaign as well, and they will both be with the Modern Warfare campaign when it launches. That is possibly what might happen, and they will have multiplayer and Spec Ops free to play. Whether or not that is going to happen or not, I do not know. It's going to be interesting if that does happen, and obviously they'll have story DLC for the campaign of Modern Warfare at a certain point in the year. That is going to be really interesting. One, whether we get story DLC, which has never happened before, and two, if multiplayer and Spec Ops become free to play, because that's never happened before either. And there could also even be another mode, because some Call of Duties in the past have had another extra mode, because Advanced Warfare had campaign, multiplayer, they had Exo Zombies, and they also had Exo Survival. Now they could possibly do that, so they're on the disc where all the pre-orders coming from at the moment, you could have campaign, another mode of whatever related to Modern Warfare, possibly the story DLC for Modern Warfare released maybe later on in the year, and also Modern Warfare 2 and 3 campaigns on the same disc. I think having that would make it a good reason to make it a $60 game, because not only are you getting the new campaign, which has been, the engine's been changed and stuff, heavily changed, pretty much overhauled with the graphics and the sound, and you're getting maybe the graphical and sound changes within the Modern Warfare 2 and 3 campaigns, which would be really interesting to see, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens later down the line. Now, I really hope multiplayer goes free to play, because the microtransactions they've had in Black Ops 4 have been very reminiscent of Fortnite and like free to play games, but the only issue is it's not a free to play game. It is a full price $60 game, so that's what makes it so bad. But if they went free to play with Modern Warfare, with the multiplayer and the Spec Ops, that would be really good. That would get a lot of people on. You'd have more casual players, you would have obviously the crossplay is happening, so you'd have Xbox players, PC players if you want to play with PC players, but you would also have some casual players who have just downloaded the game. If the multiplayer is free to play, then people will just download it and they'll play it, and if they don't like it, they'll just not play it, and they won't spend any money on it. But if they do like it and they enjoy it, which, let's face it, Call of Duty is a massively enjoyable game if you get to play it and you get your hands on it. It's so satisfying to get kills and stuff. That's why it's just one of the biggest shooters on the market even now. Even though it's had its decline, it's still one of the best selling games of every year. It's crazy, but I really hope if they do go free to play, it will bring life back into the Call of Duty community. I really do think that is the move they need to take, because people are getting really annoyed with the crummy microtransactions, constantly nickel and diming the Call of Duty community. It's just really ridiculous. And I'm not going to say Call of Duty is going to take on Fortnite, because who knows what's going to happen, but it is at least going to have a healthy player base full of people, some casual, some not, just like back in the old days where you would have casual players and you would also have people who are better at the game. That's just how Call of Duty should be. There should be a casual element to Call of Duty, because the nature of it, where you can just pick it up and put it down whenever you want. You know, you come in from work, play a couple of matches, you know, and then go to bed. Well, for me, it's go to bed anyway, because I work night shifts, so it's pretty crazy. That is my thoughts on free-to-play in Call of Duty. Hopefully you share some of my opinions. If you do, leave them in the comments below. Why not come over and check me out on my channel as well? I have loads of videos on there coming up for Modern Warfare. Hopefully you did enjoy this video. Feel free to leave any feedback in the comments, and yeah, hopefully I will see you in my next video. Cheers.